From a camper encountering a paranormal entity.
Hi. Yep. I can't go home. Please, I'm leaving. What is that? No!
To a van tour gone completely wrong. These are the 6 most terrifying camping encounters ever caught on camera. On January 16th, 2025, in Sunderland, UK, YouTuber By The Curb, known for his van-living lifestyle, was parked for the night on a quiet lane outside Sunderland. While asleep, he was woken by a loud bang above his head. Still in shock, he tried rewinding the experience.
Hope you're alright. It's 5:29 AM and I have just had the most terrifying experience of my life. I'm only still just getting over it. So let me give you a little bit of context of what's happened. Right, I've lived in my van for 2 years, and you know when you see these videos and I got the knock and stuff like that, I've always been, never happened, never gonna happen, never happened to me, never had any scary experiences like that. Not when I've been in my van anyway. I mean, I've had scary experiences, but not when I've been in my van.
And then he played the footage. It's good to say that everyone would have been in shock if this happened to you. A face stared back at him through the window. The figure shouted and banged on the van, even writing something on the glass, leaving him completely shocked and terrified. The creep said random words like, "the Queen," indicating that he was either mentally unstable or wanted to lure him out into a trap.
So I've got some nutter shouting outside van. Look at my shoes on. So I'm just hoping that he'll get fed up and bugger off. I'm laid in bed. My hand's shaking. Bloody hell. I'm laid in bed with my head up that end, and then there's a massive almighty bang. Absolutely scared the life out of me. I didn't know what I thought it was. I just thought it was some, like it was some drunk or something like that. So I pulled blind down slowly, because I've got CCTV, but they're all like misted up, so you couldn't see anything. I pulled blind down slowly, and there's a bloody face at the window.
In the end, he decided to take it as a lesson learned. He's since upgraded his van's security and made sure to park more carefully from now on, as he wasn't able to drive off easily. Thankfully, unlike in the next case, he managed to get out unharmed. In January 2025, YouTuber D's Dark Adventures went on a camping trip along the Appalachian Trail, a place known for its many paranormal encounters. What was meant to be one of her usual trips, exploring nature and getting a better sense of her surroundings, quickly took a turn for the worse when she encountered something that could only be described as paranormal.
Hi. Hi. Yep. I can't go home. Please, I'm leaving.
she saw something which appeared to be a shady, humanoid figure standing on two legs. Clearly freaked out by the thing she saw, she never visited the same place again. On July 8, 2025, YouTuber Exploring with Angelo set out on a stealth camping trip in the Mabu Highlands of Canada. The area was rumored to be haunted, with multiple alleged Bigfoot sightings over the years. Despite the warnings and creepy stories, he decided to continue his trip.
Area known as the Highlands, the Mabu Highlands, and apparently there is rumored to be a Bigfoot out here, and not only that, but also possible paranormal. I don't even know. Nobody really knows for sure what is out here, but there are a couple stories about potentially a Bigfoot and maybe other paranormal. Honestly, this trip has been a once in a lifetime. It's been pretty freaking awesome, and really enjoyed spending time with my friends and experiencing tons of new things, new places that I haven't done before, so that was cool. I really enjoyed the icebergs. That was one of my favorite spots for heard like a car horn or something, which is weird because I don't hear a car. It didn't sound that far. I figured I'd just check, might as well. I'd like to know if somebody's coming through. It'd be oh, what the heck is that? Something there, but I don't have my flashlight, so I can't tell what it is. What is that? Is it a deer? It could be like a bobcat, actually. Hang on. I don't see anything else. Yeah, I definitely gotta grab my rifle soon, just in case. I wanna know what that is. I'm not gonna get too close, but I wanna get a little closer. I wish I had my flashlight on me so I can actually see what the heck that was.
After spotting something staring directly into his camera, its eyes glowing, Angelo was already visibly shaken. But when he turned around, he reportedly heard a strange honking coming from the other direction.
Okay, I literally just heard honking down that way now. Wait, how's that? That doesn't make any sense. I heard it down there. Man, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the 3 knock thing to see if something responds, because I mean that's what Bigfoot is supposed to do, right? So we'll try that. First I might as well get the tent ready before I'm too tired to actually even bother.
After receiving no response, whatever was out there clearly didn't want him in its territory, so he decided to try several methods to get its attention. One of them was the loudest, and it would soon prove to be one of the worst decisions he ever made.
Let's try it with the rocks, I guess, for now. I was gonna start building a fire pit, but to be honest, I don't really have enough rocks available. So, all right, Bigfoot, if you're out here, show yourself. Okay, that's... I mean, you never know, an area like this, it would only make sense to potentially have something out here. Okay, that was something. That was legit 3 knocks. Down in that direction. Let's do it again. Do it again. I don't know if that's just naturally happening or if something is actively doing that out here. Bigfoot? I mean, someone was knocking out here repeatedly, so thought I heard movement back there.
However, just as he decided to head back to his campsite, whatever had been lurking behind the trees the entire time was watching him once again.
Hearing something. It almost sounds like something mumbling down off in that direction. What is going on over there? I just heard somebody call out again. What the hell is that? Literally nothing. I don't see a single thing out there. That's what I was here. Okay, now I hear a plane. Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna try and go back to sleep. I fell asleep for literally 10 seconds, I think. Oh my gosh.
To this day, it remains unclear whether it was truly a Sasquatch watching him all along, or just a deer, or something else entirely. In July 2024, YouTuber Brendan Explores went on a stealth camping trip to Lake Burnley in Wales. He set out to enjoy the lakeside and a quiet night under the stars, but nobody could have expected what awaited him instead.
We're currently on our way to a lovely little spot called Lake Burnley, but we're invading Wales tonight on a sneaky little stealth camp, hopefully by the lakeside of Lake Burnley. We've got some beautiful food to cook up tonight, but I'll show you that a bit later on. So this is the other side to the walk. We've just gone up the one way. It's basically like a loop walk. It takes about 20 minutes. I think it took me about maybe 10-15 minutes to get to the waterfall. And there we are, back at the car park. Just while I go and find a park up for tonight's dinner.
After exploring the area and cooking a late-night meal, his evening took a tense turn when a van pulled up at 3:30 a.m., shining its lights directly on his car.
Bed and wake up to that beautiful view. If you don't hear from me, then I've had a good night's sleep. I'll see you guys in the morning. See headlights. Who was that? They just drove off. Didn't shout anything. Didn't ask if anyone's in here. Gave a couple knocks, shone the light in, and drove off. I thought someone would come back then, Jesus. What do I do? What do I do? The fact that they left makes me think that they're probably just going to leave me be now. I'm going to see how it goes for the next half hour or so. What time is it? About 3:30. The van pulled up, lights turned on directly at the car. No one got out. Probably for about 15 minutes the car was just sat there with the lights shining on the car. I decided not to move because I'd already bed down for the night. It was gone, well, by the time they'd left it, nearly 4 o'clock in the morning. It wasn't going to be long before the daylight hit.
Clearly terrified by the unusual encounter, he stayed awake for hours that night, getting only 2 hours of sleep before driving off, and he never returned to that place again. On January 26, 2024, YouTuber The Northwest Wind set out for what was meant to be just another routine camping trip in the woods near a dog park, but the moment he arrived, something felt off.
And if anyone asks, we're just out here trying to get pictures of deers and rabbit season, duck season. So I'm gonna go as deep as I can off of a trail and then bushwhack into a nice flat spot. With the rain today, there's only 2 other cars parked over there right now. People come jog here, come ride their bikes here. It is a dog park. Oh nice, there's water here too. It sketches me out. So that's the remains of a tent and a tarp. That means somebody's camped back here before. Now, it could have just been some young punks smoking dope. Or it could have been like an Asian Tony type character, maybe Asian Tony himself. That kind of sketches me out. Watched or something though, I don't know. There are people around for sure. It's a very public park area, but I'm off the main trails by a ways. It's also very back here and foggy too. I don't know if the camera picks up the fog, but there's fog rolling in like everywhere. It's just kind of creepy, I guess, but. All right, that was fast. That was like 3 minutes. All right, well, darkest hours of the day. I'm pretty much settled in. Everything's organized, put away. Gonna take the Pelly case inside with me. I don't know, I just have this strange feeling back here. Somebody else walked by. I don't think they saw me, but they were close enough to where they could see me. Even with the low light now in this fog, it's kind of just like a shadow creature thing. Obviously it was a person, looked like a dude, but yeah, I don't like that. So take that here. It's a little damp. One thing I don't like is the low ceiling, but that's the point. Close this. I'm not gonna lie, it's the perfect length for me, perfect size, nice and cozy. The ground is soaked even with the ground cloth. No moisture came through, it's just what wicked in here before I put the fly on.
As he was about to fall asleep, he couldn't get rid of the feeling that someone, or something, was watching him. His worst fears were soon confirmed when he heard slow, heavy footsteps circling around his tent.
I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent, I don't think so. I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent. And I'm getting the f out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the f this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? I have a knife. Where's my knife? They're f with me. They're with me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you. Hello? All right, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. Hello? What do you want? Say something, I see you. They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went. I think they went this way. I see you. Get away! All right, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here right now. They're just standing there. It smells like someone's smoking a cigarette too. I smell your cigarette. I smell your cigarette. I don't know what to do. I don't know where to go. They were just screwing with me and then they realized I was there, and then somebody was coming towards me, walking slowly. At some point in there, I smelled a cigarette, like someone next to me was smoking a cigarette, like someone exhaled and I was smelling it, not just like the burn of it from away, like secondhand smoke. Slipped on my one time, sorry this light. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. I slipped on my one time, I face planted twice. One I landed on my knees to my chest, and the other time I went straight to my face. I'm absolutely soaking wet and muddy. I don't know. My tent and my bag.
For him, it was clear there were people circling his tent, clearly irritated by his presence. If it hadn't been for his quick reaction and the fact that he grabbed his knife, who knows what they could have done to him while he was asleep. On October 25th, 2022, YouTuber Creepy Outdoors went on a solo camping trip in a nearby forest when he started hearing creepy sounds.
Holy crap. I mean, look at this. Ginormous tree. Just falling down. This place is a mess. Oh. Oh, hi. What the hell? I need to get out of here. Oh boy. Oh. Okay. That was creepy. I need to get out of here. Whew. Okay.
On October 29th, 2023, popular camping YouTuber Grizzly Gaz set out for a night in the woods. However, he quickly sensed something was off. After hearing strange noises, falling branches, and noticing his restless dog, he became increasingly suspicious.
But I'm in this woodland and I've heard that pagans come in here to do their rituals. Is that what you want to call it? So I'm looking for, it's a large down tree and it's around this area somewhere. Right there. Let's get set up, shall we?
As day turned into night, he decided to explore the tree which certain cults were said to use for their rituals.
What that place looks like, because it's absolutely pitch black now, and if you get lost in here at night time, it'd be pretty hard to get out of here because it just all looks the same. Definitely feels creepy in here. Does feel creepy down here, but that's because I've got light shining in my face and I can't see out, and there's a slight breeze in the air.
Returning to his tent, his night was far from over. It was as if a curse had fallen over him because nobody was able to explain the events that took place next.
Definitely hear something out there. That's nice, isn't it, mate? Fucking hell, that were a big branch, wasn't it?
After hearing the same eerie sounds again, he tried to go to sleep until this happened.
Wind or what? I think it's just wind. Let's pick it back up again now. So I hope there's no widow makers following us. You know, would it, mate? You know, I managed to get my my sleeping bag and everything and get that in my backpack. Then I heard loads and loads of screaming, like shouting from men, and it sounded like there were about 20 or 30 of them. And then they all started running and it sounded like they were coming towards tent, so I just grabbed my bag and off skis because my keys were in my bag.
In May 2021, YouTuber Action Adventure Twins documented his camping adventure while exploring a nearby area to where he had set up his tent. During his exploration, he stumbled upon a mysterious pipe that stretched so deep into the ground, you couldn't see the end of it.
Alright guys, we were walking through the woods, and right in the middle of this trail we found this pipe. It's about 3 inches in diameter, and it goes so far down we can't even see where it leads. So we're gonna put a GoPro on a string down there and see what we can see.
After the camera dropped, something breathing heavily in the background can be heard. On August 12th, 2024, YouTuber The Hoggart Project, known for documenting his adventurous and minimalist lifestyle, took up the challenge of going solo camping in the woods of Washington. What started like any other of his explorations by setting up his tent would soon take a much darker turn.
Not so sure the incense worked. Scare off the bugs. But it does smell nice.
He decided to sit down on a chair for a moment, relaxing near his freshly built tent, expecting nothing unusual.
What I'm gonna do is just lay it down on the ground right there to keep these legs from sinking into the ground. Yeah, it's looking good. I kind of like how it's open out that way. Cannot see a thing. And I don't think I was recording earlier, but something made a heavy sound over there. Could have just been some old rotted logs settling. But up that way, a couple miles, there is a camp. But I don't think anybody's hiking this way back down. Anywho, I've heard that the red lamp keeps the bugs away.
Quickly brushing aside the frightening thought of not being alone, he carried on with his evening until more and more evidence piled up suggesting the presence of somebody or something else.
Definitely something over there.
Documenting my experience and why I'm leaving. It's basically, it was all set up. It was getting dark. I had just gathered all the firewood. I had run back to the vehicle to grab my Carhartt jacket. Right about that time, as I sit down, I hear some noise. And I thought it like keys have like hit the chair a certain way. And as I'm thinking about it, I'm about to go about my business, then I hear behind me where the creek is, about only 50 feet. I hear a couple more loud crunches. Thinking I'll go back to just doing what I'm doing, but this is the second occurrence. Probably about a half an hour before that I heard it up the hill. This time it's down parallel with me. I scouted the woods when it was daytime, just so I can get a good idea of what's around me. It's not really easy terrain to maneuver in. And anywho, I sat there for a minute and I was just thinking, okay, do I go ahead with the fire
After carefully assessing the situation, he saw himself torn between two decisions: continuing his trip as planned, or worse, abandoning everything he had just built over the fear of something that might not even exist. One thing was clear for him: something had to be done.
Got my low beam on at this point. I think I see something small. Maybe it's like a raccoon or something right there by the water. And as I hit the high beam, this is when I see it. I see something standing there on the side of the road, pretending to be a statue. Whatever this was, decided it was just gonna freeze, and then maybe I wouldn't think it was anything. But as I'm looking in that direction, I'm not even kidding, it looks like somebody dressed up in camo. And they've got their back slightly angled away, I'd say like at a 45 degree. They're standing there about 6 feet tall, looking like a human that I just caught that was probably sneaking up on me. That's all I can think. When I saw what it was, a human, and I kept the light on him for a good 20 solid seconds without saying anything. You know, the fear just kind of washed over me because I'm thinking, what's gonna happen? Call them out like, hey, what are you doing? And they're all camoed out. Maybe they'll just say, oh crap, he caught me, now I'm gonna shoot him. I mean, we're out in the middle of the woods. They say that people are the ones to fear. It's not the animals. Periodically, I'd turn back, check. Nope, didn't see him, he's gone. And that's that. Very, very strange, and I don't know what the plan was for me if I'd stayed there. It just seems kind of silly. I thought I found a good spot, but yeah, this place is kind of riddled with people. And I don't know what the future holds now.
It's clear that this situation could have easily escalated by confronting the man, but YouTuber The Hoggart Project did everything correctly by remaining calm and drawing not too much attention toward him. Unlike in this case, which was halfway explainable, this next one remains a mystery to this day. In May 2018, YouTuber Lost Lakes went on a camping trip, setting up his tent in a nearby forest. However, instead of getting a good night's rest after his long day of adventure, he spent hours trying to maintain his sanity under pressure.
Well, I am living every solo camper's nightmare right now. There appears to be an animal of some kind pacing around my tent. It's the middle of the night. I woke up at 3 a.m. and just couldn't sleep. And then around 3:30, I started to hear this pacing sound. And 45 minutes later, it's still just pacing around out there. So I'm gonna talk it out with the GoPro and maintain sanity, and maybe the talking will make it go away. I'm just off Highway 101. West of Chapleau. So this is some very remote country despite being right off the highway, and it's the black bear capital of the world, so I'm thinking that's a possibility. And the pacing continues. It's all gravel here. This is a kind of a boat launch for this little lake here, so I can hear everything on the gravel. You can hear all the footsteps, but anyway, talking isn't making it go away, but it hasn't made a move toward the tent yet, so I don't know. Maybe it's just curious, and maybe it's biding its time for an attack. I don't know. But anyway, if you're a solo camper, these are some good ways to keep your sanity. So a few bonus items. Something literally just touched my tent before I turned on the camera, but I don't think it's whatever is making that noise. It was probably just a mouse or something. But I'm not really appreciated right now. Second, there's no cell signal here. And third, I have to pee. It's really just comical, almost.